Music, music makes the people come together. Why I only want one spool of thread? That's crazy. Hello. I'm so dehydrated. I'm just trying to get us some music and then I'm getting started. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see, non-copyright. I'll take it. All right. Can y'all hear it? Let me try a little bit. Hey, Nikki. Nurse. Okay, so today I am working on my fabric mark make, and I decided to, instead of submit the coat in the shirt, I'm gonna do the shirt and a mini skirt, and I want to put a flower on it. Let's see. I can green screen it. Why doesn't it let me green screen? I have pictures in my thing. Anyways, this is the pattern I'm using. I'm doing view B. Yeah, view B, which is this one with the double darts and the mini waistband. And I'm using the fabric from Fabric Mart. It's like this knit tweed with like a neon thread going through, which is really cute. So I want to put a flower on it. So today what I hope to do is to do the darts for the front. We could do them for the back too, and then work on the petals and put the flower together and stick it on the front. So I feel like we need to do that before we assemble the whole thing. In any case, this is what I'm working on. I'm about to wind a bobbin. Yeah, I feel congested. How is everyone that's here? My machine closer. See it a little bit. I hope this music really is copyright free. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be winding a bobbin, not threading the machine. Because if it's not, that sucks. Is it? I don't see it. But good looking out though. Because we do not like critters over here, okay? You start your commute. Hey, Sabs. Hi, Nicole. enough. Nice try. Ew. All right, if you're here while you're hanging out, go ahead and like the live, please, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. My name is Shim and I like to sew. I like to pole dance. I like to dabble in interior design, which I'm working on my apartment now. All right, we got a bobbin. Let's thread the needle. And then I do need to draw. I need to draw the darts onto the skirt. So that won't take me but a second. What kind of dance? Pole dance. You would submit your soul if you had to. Yeah, pole. So if you, So if you like pole dancing, there's lots of pole dancing content on there. Just don't be on my comments being weird. All right, here we go. You're the first person to hit like. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody else can follow suit. Make sure you like the live if you haven't already. Are you sewing, Sabs? I see you got your Terrence Williams design fabric in. Got it pre-washed, ready to go. Okay, so you won't be too weird. That's good. Don't be weird. Hey, Chris. All right. So I'm gonna try to trace these darts on here, or add them. I don't know if I'm gonna trace them, but add them. Need some chalk. Sorry, Sav said she hit it before you, so you were not the first one to hit the like button. Boop. My girl Sav said she was here already. I appreciate it, Sav. Sav's always be here. She don't even sleep. She don't even sleep. How did I get into sewing? Well, I grew up around sewing. My mom used to sew. Well, she still sews, but she doesn't sew as much. But she sewed when I was growing up. And so the sewing machine was always around. And when I was about 11 in middle school, I asked my mom to teach me how to sew. And she finally did. And at that time, I would sew things like pillow covers or table runners, basically like things that were simple shapes and straight lines, not too many curves, a little curve, but not too many. I would do like applique designs, because I would make pillows, and then I would make like appliques to go on the pillows. Like I would sell pillows and I would personalize them, so I create the pillow, and then say if you were like me and Sabrina and a heart, so I would like write your name, and then I would make a heart, and I would stitch around the heart. So a little bit of curve, but not too much. Not too much. And then after college, I came back home. I had a lot of time on my hands, and I was really into fashion and was contemplating fashion school or going to school for public health. I ended up getting my master's in public health, but while I was home, I picked the sewing machine back up, and that's when I started sewing garments. So I was 22 then. That's when I started making garments. Yeah. So that's how I got into it. I saw my mother doing it, and I wanted to do. And I've always been a crafty person. I was in like art camps and things like that growing up. So anything creative, I'm into it. I'll try it at least once. So, do you sew? If you sew, how did you get into it? Are these double meanings or am I tripping? There's no double meanings. You had your nap, you started sewing, changed forever, but you need some tomorrow so you can finish. Oops. You want me to shave my head? I don't think so. What you making, Sabs? What are you using a pattern? What pattern you making? I ordered. I know you got the sweater knit. I ordered the athletic knit, which he just made an outfit out of, oddly enough. And I have the same exact fabric that he just made. I was gonna do a swimsuit, but I don't know if you follow Denisha on. Well, she's on everything, but she is coming out with a swimsuit pattern, and I want to make her a swimsuit, so I'm trying to like hold out to make her swimsuit with that fabric, but she's taking all day. She's taking all day. You have a classic sewing machine. Oh, nice. The 1920 Singer. Is it one of those that's like down in the table, which you got a pedal with the big pedal at the bottom? You gotta like pedal it to power it. Which sounds silly because they all have a pedal, but meaning it doesn't have a motor. It's like a manual thing. That's what I'm asking. Hey, Tajiri. Oh, you not going live? Hey, Brooklyn Timmy. Girl, I was looking forward to seeing you make them sweatpants. Well, I was trying to ask you on Instagram, like, are you making sweatpants? But I don't know if I ever press send. I guess I be distracted at work. Listen, they be distracting me at work from doing my Instagram stuff. Ugh. Nikki's 2046. Is that the shirt with the split in it? The long shirt? Y'all love that pattern. Y'all done wore that pattern into the flow. That's probably like her bestseller. But it's a good pattern. I mean, you can hack that shirt so many different ways. Oh, you was making the top. It does have a belt on it. Okay. Oh, I posted it in the comments on the story. So you know how you can make a comment on the story? That's where it is. So then you have to go to the story and like press something on the story, and then it'll show you all the comments on the story. Oh, okay. Actually, my main machine, it needs some restoration right now, okay? Because it is in timeout. Mostly my fault because I be trying to sew stuff on it that don't need to be sewn. Oops, did not mean to do that. Sorry. So, if you restored it, you could probably restore my machine. She's sitting over there in the corner. I need to take it in and get service somewhere. I just haven't. I was going to a few weeks ago and then I just did not. What am I making for Keep It Simple, sis? Oh wait, it's Keep It Simple. That's there's two kits, right? There's Keep It Simple, Keep It Simplicity Sis, which is Rochelle's challenge, which I am participating in. And then there's the Chris's challenge, her hackathon challenge, where she has a kiss category, right? And that is Keep It Simple Stupid. So there's two kisses. Which kiss are you talking about? Do you have like fake hair? Yeah, I actually love fake hair. I wear fake hair like 95% of the time. Yeah. In fact, when I was a hair YouTuber back in the day, I used to talk about natural hair and my natural hair journey. And the video that went viral was a video about a little synthetic wig that I used a marker to add roots to. And that is the video that got me monetized. Back in the day, it was much easier to get monetized back then. That is the video that I eventually erased the channel. But yes, I love fake hair. Fake hair loves me back. Is it annoying? Dang, TBD. Well, you probably want to exit stage left then, because I'm going to keep laughing. I'm going to keep laughing. Especially if it's something funny. Rochelle's kiss. Oh, can I crochet? No, I've never crocheted before. I used to knit, but like very basic knitting. Very basic knitting. I've never crocheted. I'd love to be able to crochet, but I don't want to pick up any more hobbies because they all cost money and they will just take over so much space, so much money. Because I would be like, oh, I want the best yarns and all the patterns and become obsessed. And yeah, so I refuse to learn how to crochet. What's the kiss? Oh, okay, so Chris's kiss for the hackathon is Keep It Simple Stupid. So basically you have to use a pattern with 10 pattern pieces or less and create the hack. So it's supposed to encourage beginners to participate, not to start. Encourage beginners to participate and use a simple pattern and do simple hacks and have the opportunity to get a prize, because as you know, some of the more advanced sewists, they tend to do advanced patterns or do really complicated hacks, and those are the ones who typically get the prizes. So this one is to encourage beginners to participate. And Rochelle's kiss, Keep Simplicity Sis, is a month-long challenge where she's encouraging people to use simplicity patterns to make something in your summer wardrobe. So really simple, no real rules, except you have to make something with simplicity patterns. And you could use it for both. So you could get a simplicity pattern with 10 pieces or less, hack it, post it in July because they're running at the same time, and you could qualify for both challenges. It's great. So I'm actually opening it up. I am July 7th is my entry for Rochelle's kiss. Came to my home to hate. Are you crocheting right now? It's 7 inches big. Depends on the girth, really. But I can't say. A 7-inch pencil? No. Sorry. But this ain't that kind of channel, okay? This ain't that kind of channel. Ugh. I got all the trolls. They running rampant over here. See, I should have been on StreamYard. But I decided to go live from YouTube since I was by myself because it gets more views, thus more hours, and we are trying to get monetized. I'm so close. All right, we have our darts in here. Gotta press that. I'm gonna do the back pieces. I need about 250 hours roughly to be monetized. So I'm like this close. So I'm just like, let's just do what we gotta do to get her done. So if you're here, make sure you subscribe and go watch some videos, okay? Go run up some videos. Hey, Armina. Go watch some videos, like the live, hang out. You control me if you want to. I really don't care. Just don't call me nothing derogatory, then you can stay. Hey, RV. I was a little confused with that question, but no is the answer. Okay. Oh. The chat says no. The chat says no, 7 inches is not big. So the people have spoken. The people have spoken. All right. So here we go. It's not, I would consider big either. It's 7 inches. I'd be like, okay, that's the average man. Well, you know, average black man. Okay, here we go. But if you got like a little burrito down there, then I'll give you points for that. Hey, Fran. Nope, I'm not monetized yet. Do you do kiss? Yeah, I'm gonna do the kiss challenge. Well, hold on. I'm gonna do Rochelle's kiss challenge. For the hackathon, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I am going to try to participate. Because I'd like to get some prizes. So if there's something that I'm making that is a hack and it fits into the category, then I'm going to tag it. Lately, I feel like I have not been hacking. Well, that is a hack there, isn't it? Okay. As much as normal. Sometimes you just want to make the pattern out the envelope, you know? You don't want to think, you don't want to be drawn, you don't want to make 100 muslins. You just want to make the pattern, okay? And that's what I've been on, I guess, lately. But this technically is a hack here, except it's a little too early. It doesn't start until July. So if Chris wouldn't have joined the live, then I would have been like, yeah, this is going to be my kiss because it is 3 pieces. And I'm hacking it because I'm adding a flower to it. So for those that came in late, what I'm working on is Butterick 5466. I'm doing view B. It's got the double darts with the small waistband. This is like my tried and true skirt pattern. I use this one, and then there's a simplicity one that I use all the time. So whichever one I can find first is what I use. And I'm gonna put a flower on it, a fabric flower, right? So I've never done that before, but I have all these videos on how to do it, so it seems reasonably easy. So that's what we're gonna do. And Tyja isn't going on. Usually I only stay on for a couple hours because Tyja comes on at 9, but she said she's not going on. So I'm gonna stay on until I'm tired or starving because I have not had dinner. So I ain't gonna say we're gonna be on here till 10, 11, but I would try to at least stay on until we put a dent in this so we can like see the flower at minimum, you know? And I didn't cut out the lining, so I won't finish the skirt for sure. But it would be nice to get the flower done. And I do these skirts are so simple. If I'm not running my mouth, I can whip this skirt up in like 45 minutes. And it doesn't come lined, but I always add a lining. I like my skirts to be lined. So that makes it take longer. If you don't do a lining, child, you'll probably do it in 30 minutes. Then you have to do all those extra darts. All right. I think everything is drawn. Is Tajri napping? I mean, you got jokes. Because you know Tajri is right here in the chat. I don't know why she's not going live. She ain't saying, I mind my business. I mind my business. Old Faithful. What would I, what'd you say? What would you recommend for a beginner to sew? Honestly, I recommend you just get something simple. First off, for a beginner, controversial, unpopular opinion, I recommend you learn how to sew. Learn how to use your machine. Learn how to do a straight stitch. Learn how to stitch a straight line. So do simple stuff. Make pillows. Make simple tote bags. Table runners. The things that I started with when I was 11. Do that. There's a lot of like simple beginner friendly projects online that you can find for free. I know Michael's Craft Store typically has like, or if you have like a sewing section in your Michael's store, they typically have like simple patterns that you can just like take. Also on their website, on Joann's website, which, does Joann still have their website? So I want to say on Joann's website, they had a ton of free patterns, ton of free patterns that nobody ever really used, but they were there, actually. But check Michael's. Michael's probably has them online too. Ton of free patterns. Start with one of those little simple projects and just learn how to use your sewing machine. Once you learn the basics, you can pretty much sew anything. So that's my advice. Learn how to use the machine, learn how to control the machine, and then from there, continue to, you know, take on more advanced or technical projects. But people be like, jump in, you want to make a dress, just jump in and make a dress. And I'm like, that works for some people. Some people can jump in and make a dress. Some people are going to jump in, try to make a dress, get frustrated, and never come back to sewing again. It's like, I don't think it's a one size fits all, but what I can say is if you know how to sew a straight stitch, then you can, you know what I mean? You can continue to progress. If you can master that, you can progress. So I feel like it's like with any skill. I teach pole dancers and people are always like, I don't have any upper body strength. Well, guess what? You don't need upper body strength for intro to pole. We're just gonna have fun. We're gonna learn simple pole terminology. We're just gonna get comfortable with being around the pole. I feel the same way about sewing, but some people wanna jump into level 3 pole and they get humbled very quickly. So, but some people jump in level 3 because they have been training in other ways. Maybe they're former dancers, or they are former gymnasts, or they're in the gym, so they already come with some skills. And so they're able to do that. But that's not like a one size fits all, and that's not what I would recommend. So that's a long way of saying start with a simple shape. Okay, let's see what the people saying. Gotta go back. Hey, Tony. Okay, RV, she is super tired. Brooke and Timmy going out. I'll keep watching until I get dressed and get there, okay? Appreciate it. We appreciate the watch hours. RV, she gonna miss you. Tiger, you can come up on my live if you want to. Hey, Snoopy. You started with a pull over top. I can see that. That's quite simple. I went straight to a dress though. Did I see the Simplicity 3104? Which one is that, Diane? Yeah, in the stretch material? For sure. There's a girl that at work who's learning how to sew. And I recommended the same thing to her, but she kind of jumped in the deep end. She did like a simple corset, which was fine. It was just, you know, pieces. And then she said she tried to make a dress and that didn't work out, so she scrapped it. But she ended up making like cute little handbags and they were super cute. She even has zippers in them. And I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Start with simple projects, simple fabrics. Use cotton. Use something easy that's easy accessible, easy to sew with. Don't start with a chiffon. Like, that's crazy work. So, in any case, now my first garment was a dress. It was a dress. It was a structured dress. It had darts. It had sleeves. It had neck facings and zippers and pockets. That was my first garment. But remember, I knew how to sew. So it wasn't like it was my first time on a machine. I'm trying to make a dress. No, I had already learned how to use the machine. Now, the dress I made was way too small because I cut the wrong size. So I never wore said dress, but I did make a dress for my first garment. Okay, we got our darts there. Last two is, yeah, chiffon. And it's right, it's always like $2 a yard or something crazy. And you'd be like, oh, I'll just get this. And then you realize quickly why it was $2, because nobody wants it. Nobody wants it. It's a skirt pattern with the flower. Oh. Hold on, I'm gonna look. Let me finish these darts and I'm gonna look. I actually kind of vaguely feel like I seen that when I was looking, because I think I'm doing that Simplicity jacket, the big oversized one, the unisex one that Mimi and Norris are wearing, and I think it's in that same collection. You use tablecloths. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Going to a thrift store, using stuff around the house. Yeah. Yes, come to pole class with me. I'd love that. See, my ceilings, I have the opposite. My new ceilings are too high, so the pole is literally propped up against this wall right here. You can't see it. I need to buy an extension so I can put it up. Crazy thing is I hardly use it anymore in my house, but I do teach private lessons here, and so I do put it up. But it's almost like it's been with me for so long, because I've been doing it since 2015, so 10 years. And I bought my pole my first year of pole. Not like months into it, but I bought it my first year. So I've had it roughly 10 years. And it's always up in the living room, so it feels like it has to be up. Even if I'm not on it. It feels like it's part of the aesthetic. It's part of the aesthetic to have a pole in the middle of my living room. So one time a friend's aunt came over, and my friend was visiting, but her aunt lives here in Atlanta. And her aunt asked her, was it a support beam? Girl, no, ain't no support beam. That's a stripper pole. I died laughing. She didn't ask me. She asked my friend, is that a support beam? Nah, baby. That ain't no support beam. Far from it. Okay. I'm going to press these quickly. I came to your class. It has a flower above the slit. Okay. Your mom sent you to take a sewing class. We finished the jumpsuit that night, so I never went back to class. Oh, you and your mom finished it together? You're like, we don't need that class. I have it. Hagen, you might be able to ask me a question if it's not inappropriate. Ooh. He was irked. Tamika. Oh, Tamika Tago. Oh, let me not give you a whole government name. Okay, girl. I didn't know who you was. I figured because the way you be chatting with me is so familial that I probably knew who you were, but I didn't know who you were. Yes, I did come to your class back in the day. You was trying to teach me how to do the fairy. And we did like a sexy dance. Yes. Yup. She was a fairy. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'm about to look up this simplicity pattern. Simplicity 31. Which one? 04. Oh, I don't have this. Let me see it. Let me blow it up. You know, that's interesting because I was like, should we make our flower detachable or not? And this one's detachable. So, I mean, I can't see nothing because the bright sun. Let me see. My messy sewing room. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that's it. So yeah, we're gonna do a similar flower, but a bit more symmetrical. Okay, I'm gonna press these. Ooh, that's hot. I don't have my clapper. Hey, Carmen. What do I want to wear in my outfit? Hey. That's a good question. I don't know. I would just wear this like somewhere fun. Maybe an art event. I don't look silly. This is very hot. Okay. That's good enough. Ugh. Alright, this is my front. I'm gonna press the back, although we don't really need the back today. I'm just gonna get it out of the way. Thank you. Keep me in your prayers, okay? That out of the way. Let me do the last one. Hey T. You need to find some artsy stuff. I bet your museum has events, or I mean, it's Philly. Y'all must have Black-owned galleries, and usually galleries have events, or even when they just bring like new artists in for whatever that travel there to sell their art. Usually they have an event for that. You know, they do events for everything because they're trying to get you in there to spend coins. Okay, I'm gonna put that to the side. Here's my petals. I'm gonna cut these petals out of the interface. And so I decided to interface one side of the petals, and then I need to make some smaller petals, I think. So we can start with these, see how it goes. Because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing really. I just saw a video on Instagram and said, you know, I've been wanting to do a flower. Let's do a flower. There was a skirt on my Pinterest board that had a cute flower on it. Just like the Simplicity one, but just a plain mini skirt with a flower right there. So very similar. This color? Thank you. Girl, keep me prayed up. Keep me lifted. Yes. As long as you ain't praying to Satan, child. But any of the right, Buddha, all them, I'll take it. Have I made the Sophia yet? Well, if you ask Sewn Magazine, yes. In real life, no. I have not. I feel like when you find something you like, you don't need to steer away from it. So, I like this little butterick pattern. And the Simplicity one too. I like the butterick one better, but I use the Simplicity one too. Yeah. You know, I bought that Sophia pattern because for sewn, if you use a pattern or whatever, you have to use something in prints. And the Simplicity one is still in print. The butterick one is not in print. So I just lied and said that's what I used. And then I purchased it because I felt like, well, if I'm giving them credit saying I used their pattern, I should at least, you know, patronize these people. So I did go ahead and buy a print. And I even printed it on, you know, the AL file. So I have it. I just have never bothered to try it. That's just seen it in Miami. Yeah, they're fun. They usually have like, well, here, the one I like to go to because it's nearby and it's owned by a black woman that went to Howard. So I like to support her events. And I'm like, one day when I become, it's my dream to be an art collector. So one day when I get coins to become an art collector, although I have my own art, you know, I go to like the art shows and stuff and I buy the art from the artists before they know their worth. And like, that's when I buy it. When they start knowing their worth and they start charging the arm and the leg, then that's when I have to bow on out. But anyways, when I become like a legit art collector, I'm manifesting. I like to go to those events and like, you know, see the art. But usually she charges like, I don't know, maybe $25, and it comes with like 2 drinks, and she'll have a band there or something, and you know, it's just like a little social kind of thing. People just milling around, looking at the art, listening to the music, whatever. People be buying. The last one I went to, most of the art in there had a red dot on it. Most of it had a, like they were loving that artist, those artists, I should say. It was themed around, was it Ray Charles? It was a musician. It'll come to me. Not everything was themed around it, but whatever it was, this art series was traveling to different galleries around the country, and so they had sold a lot. But it was different artists, but it was kind of like, the way it seemed like it was like some kind of like art collective or whatever that was traveling the show. I'm calling it a show, but it's probably called an exhibit. They were traveling the exhibit around the country, you know, to sell the art, but it was a compilation of different artists' art, but it had a theme to it. And I'm trying to remember which artist it was. Was it Ray Charles? I don't know. I have to go back. Again, I couldn't afford it, so I was just there looking. Or was it Stevie Wonder? Anyways, very nice, but that art was selling. Them people's in there buying. See, Carmen, that's where you need to go. You need to see who put in the red dots on the art. That's who you need to stand next to, okay? No, I don't have any mods. I don't even know how to make them. Bisa Butler for me. She's too expensive now. Right? It's like, you be happy. Like, go ahead, girl. You did your thing. But you have my price range now. No, I don't know how to make a mod. Let me see. What's this? No. Oh wait, community moderation. Here we go. No. Participant mode. Yeah, y'all have to teach me how to make mods on this one. There's not a lot of settings. All right. And there's a few more that I. Here we go. Can y'all even hear the music? Okay. Okay, so this is what I plan to do. Stitch them together, right? And then make a pleat. Something like that. Let the trolls troll. Hey from Canada. Hey Toya. Okay. I know that's right, Tyshri. At least they're giving me some hours, some engagements. All right.
I'm so lost.
I'm going to, I don't know why I'm using clips. I don't think I need that. Here we go. I'm gonna use a 1/4 seam allowance. And we're gonna see what's popping. Yes, I'm with you, Stabs. They can help with the wash hours. She loves to talk to the tribe. She does. She loves to entertain them. Okay. Let's turn this one. We could test this one because this is our first one. So you can see what it's hitting on. Like, should we interface both sides? Should we make dip more dramatic? You know, this will be our test. Should we top stitch them? Okay, good enough for me. It's good enough for me. Okay, let's see. If we bend it, we want to bend it so it's roughly in the middle. Right? Okay, we got one petal. Somebody be converting to subscribers. All right, here we go. We're gonna keep it moving. We're one down. I cut 7 in this size, so one down, 7 to go. Although I kind of feel like I only needed 6, but let's see. I would say the only thing is because this fabric is stretchy and some is interfaced and some is not. The stretchy part is stretching all over the place. But that's okay. I'll just have to true it up. And I don't really care if they're like perfectly even, because like it's a flower. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be like kind of perfect, you know? Okay. And when I'm folding it, just in case anybody ever cares to try this later, I'm not folding it in the middle, because if you fold it starting from the middle, it's off center. So I start off center to fold it to the middle. If anybody cares. You might not. Cool, cool, cool. No biggie. Okay, so flower is forming. This is gonna be cute. I feel it in my spirit. Okay, here we go. I wonder if it's better to put the stretchy side on the bottom of the machine. I'm gonna try it, see what happens. See if it'll like not lose its shape, but probably will. All right, here we go. So yeah, we're gonna make this coat that goes with this skirt. I did make some progress on it. I did interface the pieces. The lining is cut out. You know, like, it's kind of ready. It doesn't have any markings on it, so I do have to go back and mark it up. But I think I'm just gonna be like, that's my September make, which makes sense because it's too hot anyways for a flipping jacket, even if it is neon yellow. So I haven't quite figured out what I'm gonna do in July in terms of lives. I think I want to do fewer lives though, because I think I want to I don't know if all of the pleats should go the same way, if I should switch it up. I'm just thinking like do some the other direction. I don't know if it makes a difference visually. Yeah, because it's been a lot of lives this month, but I need to like focus on getting some of the longer form content drafts out of my phone. And so it's kind of like, do I want to spend my evenings editing or do I want to spend my evenings sewing on live? I gotta pick one. So it'd be nice to get those drafts out of my phone. Because I have some stuff on like what I've been doing around the apartment in there. I think there's some fabric shopping drafts in there. There's one I have to make on the pillow covers using a tea towel. So there's a few. So it's like, hey Moses, you should try your first mood pattern. I know I should. Yeah, I should. I really want to try the Live Pants by Mood. I've seen a lot of people make those and they look really cute. And I think I have it printed off somewhere in the closet. I'll be honest, they come out with a lot of cute designs. I just not have felt like taping together a bunch of PDF pattern, a bunch of papers. So I've been printing them at the copy shops, sending them off to be printed. But you can't do that with Mood because they don't offer AO files. So you've got to tape it together. And that sucks. Sometimes I'm in the mood and I don't care. And I'm like, yeah, sometimes I'll do it at work, on my lunch break or something, but I haven't been in the mood to do that. Thank you, Eagles fan. Did Mood have their patterns on sale? Mood patterns are free, RV, they're all free. Yeah, they're all free. So have funsies scouring the website. They have some good ones too. They have some good designs. I don't know how good the patterns are because I've not done them. They have some nice designs for sure. Is anybody watching Just Like That? I think the new episode comes out today. I gotta watch that tonight before bed. I need some snacks. I got some hummus and I got some cucumber. I guess that'll be my snack. Okay, how many did we do? We did 4. So let's do at least 2 more. Oh, that look too small right now. It's kind of, is anybody watching it? Because if nobody's watching it, then I won't talk about it. Anybody watching and Just Like That, the spinoff from Sex and the City? Your next mood is your next make is a mood pattern. Did you finish your Best by La Farm? I know you said you were working on that last week, I think. Didn't catch here. Well, hello there. Yeah, I've never used one. Have quite a few of them downloaded. Have quite a few printed, but never made one. You watched the first season? Okay, well, they're on season 3 now. One thing I hate is that they only give you like episodes once a week or whatever. They feed you the episodes. I'm like, no, just drop all the episodes, please. Just drop all the episodes so I can just binge watch it and be done. And then I know what happens, you know? Well, I guess I won't talk about it. But this season to me is a little weird. So I'm hoping that it turns around. I'm hoping it turns around because it is just a little weird to me. Like all of the characters, yeah, they seem a little, they seem a little off this season. It seemed like the writers were struggling a little bit. I don't know. It seems like the writers were struggling because it's like, I'm happy that Nikki or Nicole, what's her last name? Nicole, it's not Parker. What is her last name? Anyways, Green Eye Nicole, I'm glad she's on the season and they're like making her more permanent, you know, girly. But I feel like this season, she was more interesting last season, I thought. Or like the stuff she was going through with her husband. And stuff like that. Now this season, she does have her like, I think it's a documentary or whatever she's trying to put together. But they're not spending a lot of time on that, which is kind of an interesting, you know, thing to me to kind of watch like a mom trying to juggle like her kids, her husband, and like her professional career, like finally getting her opportunity to like do this thing that she's wanted to do. So, but they don't really spend a lot of time on it. They spend more time on her chasing down this woman that like, she helps kids like with their SAT scores and stuff, like testing. Like she's doing more of that like silly stuff with Charlotte, another one. I thought she was more interesting last season because it's like, oh, she's finally getting back into the art thing, but now it's like she's trying to be cool and keep up with the art gallery girls and doing like stupid stuff and like chasing this lady down. It's just like, y'all this is silly. Grown fuck with this kind of money don't act like this. Like, give them some real issues, or just let them be happy and like be living blissfully. Like they had issues all through their 20s and 30s. Let their 40s and 50s, like let them chill. Let's see them like be on a yacht twerking or something. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, y'all, it is Parker. Okay. I'm just like, y'all kind of watering these characters down and all like that. And then Carrie falling up behind Aiden, the way he doing her, I'm like, girl, you too old for this. You too old. You too old. It's very, very immature. I don't like that. I'm like, Carrie should have evolved now. You know what I'm saying? She been married. She been widowed. You know, it's like, girl, what are we doing? In any case. She does have this book that she's trying to do like it's like a love story, but it's a period piece. And, you know, her publishers, they don't ever be on board with her doing that new. So that'll be interesting to see like how they play that out. I guess I'm more interested in like the career stuff. And then Seema was supposed to be like the new Samantha. She like the hot girl, you know, never gonna grow up, never gonna settle down, but she low-key want love, you know what I mean? But even she sounds silly in this season. It's like, and Samantha was my favorite character because I, you know, me myself, I'm a hot girl too. You know what I'm saying? So I like Samantha. So I was like, okay, I bang with Seema. She's successful. She's smart. She be running these men. And she not running these men this season. So, and then Miranda, poor Miranda, that girl just seemed desperate. She is very desperate. That one. Okay, so I'm going to start pinning these together and then I'm going to stitch around. So let's see if I can tilt this a bit so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know how much they should overlap, but let's do it like this. This will be like the biggest part of the flower. Where my pen's at? It's she was your favorite too, RV. I'm saying Samantha was that girl. It's on HBO if I'm not mistaken. It's on Max. Let me see. We gotta fit 2 more in there. It's a good size flower, I think, for my little skirt. I tried to make my mini skirt a little longer because some of the mini skirts I be making, they is too short. I'm like, girl, where are we going? Where are we going with this little skirt on? You can't even sit down for real. I be having to wear shorts on them skirts just so I can sit down and not have my butt in nobody's chair. All right, I think that's a good like size for the base, right? Because we could spread them out and make it a little bigger, but I think that's a nice size. Okay. So I'm just gonna sew around the circle to keep them together. Tilt this up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna try at least. Probably need like a little walking foot for this, but I'm gonna base it. So I'm gonna stitch up a little bit. Where my owl at? Okay, so RV, they got a character on there that's similar to Samantha. Like, she's single, she's fabulous, and she's becoming like Carrie's best friend. So basically, she's supposed to be kind of like the Samantha stand-in, right? And like her boss set her up with a matchmaker, and the matchmaker was like trying to make her like demure and just not be herself, and she kind of ditched that lady. What else did she do? I don't know. She just, it's like she losing her spunk. It's like they trying to dim her light. You know what I mean? Y'all trying to dim my girl light. She a firecracker. Let her be a firecracker. We all got that fun auntie. You know what I'm saying? That's what Seema is. Seema is the fun auntie. And she be like, dang, she ain't gonna never have, she don't, it's like she always got a man, but she ain't never got a man. That's Seema. All right. Did that. So I'm gonna take these pins out. Now, I did not cut the neck size. Because I didn't have time. I ran out of time on my lunch break. No, I didn't run out of time. I ran out of fabric. That's what I did. Okay, so here's my first layer. I got a scrap here. We need to make some more petals. Oh shit, this is not a scrap. This is a skirt. Jesus, thank God I didn't just start cutting into that. Okay, here's a scrap. So since we did 6 petals, we did not do 7. I think I'm gonna do 5 for the next layer, and I'm gonna use this one. Actually, this will be good. We can use this as the pattern. So I'm gonna use this one that we already made, but we didn't use, and just make it a little smaller. Just a little smaller. I'm taking off roughly 1/4 of an inch all around. You saw the construction on Pinterest? Okay, so you probably saw the same one I did, or I got my video off of Instagram. But it's probably the same video. Okay. So what did I say we're gonna do? 5 of these. So we already got 1 set, so we need 4 sets. The only part I'm a little concerned about is the middle. So the way that the flower is constructed in the skirt from my Pinterest inspiration is she got the petals, and then they do the technique, my assumption is where they cut like a strip and then they do a stitch, like fold it, do a stitch, and then gather it slightly and then coil it. So let's see. I just hope that mine, because it's kind of thick, doesn't get too bulky. That's my concern. I could also just continue to do petals, but I thought it was just, it looked more interesting with that middle. So I think it's just preference. All right, that's 2 sets. Yeah, we should have plenty of that. I will have to cut a strip. So I got more fabric, but I haven't cut out my sleeves yet because I need to make the bicep adjustment on the pattern piece. So I was trying not to cut too much into the bigger piece of fabric that I have left because I want to make sure I got enough for the sleeves. And you know, sleeves take up a ton of fabric. And it's a 2-piece sleeve. So I need to make sure I got enough for the sleeve. I do think they still have some of this on the website though. But just as sure as I'm black, if I go to order it, it ain't gonna be there. So try to be mindful of my fabric. What happened to the music? Yes, I'm still watching. 2,505 second explosive cinematic poetry. Watching me on a fire. Hey from Puerto Rico. Hey, hey. Okay. There's this macaw pattern that I have, and it's for like, it looks like a polo style dress, but it's for woven. And the girl is wearing tweed on the front cover. I really like that dress, and I'm like debating on whether or not this fabric should be that dress or if it should be a jacket. And Keisha was like, you should make a jacket. You should make the jacket. And I was like, yeah. But then in hindsight, I'm like, nah. You should have made that dress and gone about your business. Because I could have worn a dress to work too. I mean, I could wear the jacket to work too, of course, but this is like, when are we gonna finish the dress? But we're gonna finish it by September. We're gonna finish that dress. We're gonna finish the boucle one for Minerva with the Minerva fabric. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do them all. And I got this green fabric from Fabric Mart. It's green suiting. Super cute. Okay, how many did I cut? 2, 3, 4, 5, and here's 6. Okay, so there's enough. I just need an interface on side. 5 of them. But that's the thing. So this will be my 3rd fabric mart post. And I always am a little bit too ambitious with these posts because they give you a month and a half to do them. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Sure. I do not be doing all of that. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do a cover button. How many flowers do I need? I just need 1 flower, but I just need petals. So this is my next layer of petals. We're gonna do 6 for the next level. And it was just 2. Let me see if I can pull the picture up. Now that the sun is kind of gone, I should be able to get this on my laptop. Let me check my battery. Okay, we good. So I can show you my, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Anyways, moving on. Wrong direction. Nope, that was the right direction. Okay, should be in here. It's got pictures that I took today in the elevator. Here we go. Let me blow this up. Okay. Dang, oh, this glare is so ghetto. Okay, but can you see? There you go. This one. So it's like the 2 layers of petals, and then it has the twirly in the middle. Yeah. So that's my inspiration. Hopefully. I could have maybe made it a little bigger. Oh well. I could have, let me see. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this one has 7 on the outside and then 5 on the inside. Odd. Yeah. So should I do 1 more? Should I make it a little bigger? Maybe we should make it a little bigger. Okay, anyways, we're gonna carry on with this though. Let's see, 1, 2, 4, 6. Okay. We're gonna carry on. Let's try to get our music back. Oh, this is an outfit I want to do too. I saw this on Pinterest as well. Cute little jacket with the matching pants. Cause I don't have any yellow, but I don't wear yellow really. Like, not it. I have some red pattern fabric that would be cute for the jacket, and then I got red solid fabric that would be nice for the pants. So I want to do that too. Maybe in a short sleeve though, so I can wear it in the summer. Okay, let me go back to Google. I totally messed up our music. Let's see. Here. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna interface these joints. Yeah, cute. Yeah, yellow is cute. I love yellow. I just don't look good in yellow. Not on my face. Not near my face. Like this. They don't do nothing. But with the jacket, I did a blue shirt. So I did raven shirt to go with the jacket. Which would have the blue to my face, and the yellow would be an extension. But the butter yellow has been trending. I have and will not partake because, you know, yellow not for me. But I do love it, and I do especially love it on the brown skin ladies because those pastels be popping against the brown skin. So do love it. But I have like green undertones, and yellow just brings that right on out, and I look like kind of deathly. Now if I have a really good tan, then I can pull it off better. But I have some sort of tan, but not a good tan. Like I'm talking about a good tan where I be brown and chocolate. That's the best. Then I can kind of wear whatever I want, but when I'm pasty, nah, not son. It ain't for me. I look better in like the jewel tones, reds, blues, greens, pink. Those colors look better on me. The future, not the future, child. The future, the past, and the present. Brown skin been popping. I'm humming this song like I actually know it. Yeah, I still got to finish that. Thank you. If you think I'm attractive, make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe and like the live. Thank you. You just starting to wear blue? You bought yellow fabric? But the yellow fabric gonna look fantastic on you. And you got a tan because you've been walking in the sun. I see the glow. I see the glow. RV, you got blue look good on everybody now. I ain't never seen nobody who don't look good in blue. Especially like cobalt blue. Whenever I wear cobalt blue, you can't tell me shit. You can't tell me I'm not that girl. Cause I be glowing. I had this cobalt blue blazer I used to love. Electric blue. And I had this cobalt blue like silk dress. You can tell me I wasn't bad, child. Oh, when I had this other cobalt blue dress in college, I used to wear that dress all the time. I had gotten it at the Limited. And I would wear it with some orange heels. Yeah. That's one of those colors that like, because you guys make your own clothes, you can wear whatever color you want to wear whenever you want to wear it, but it's like one of those clothes that's not always on trend, so it's not always in the store, but when they come out, I'd be like, sign me up for the blue. And purple too. I like that deep purple color. I like that color too. Whenever I see that color, I get that color. It's almost like you only see that blue around like Christmas time when the jewel tones like the blue, the emerald, the amethyst colors, the garnet color, like the jewel tones come out in the like around Christmas time. Seems like that's the only time you see those colors in the store. Thank you. You on the raspberry color? Oh yeah, raspberry's pretty too. That was really popular in the fall too. That was like season's color. I'm not as big as a raspberry fan. I prefer my red to be like, if I'm gonna go dark red, I prefer like maroon or aubergine. I do like a raspberry lip though. I guess I should have flipped that one out to see like what size it is, but it's too late now. These, they cut out. We're moving forward. Tamika, what you been sewing lately? Are you making it in red? The tank top dress? Look, Tyjri got y'all out here because Tyjri the one did it first. Tyjri did it, and then everybody was like, oh yeah, remember that pattern? And whipped it out. Now's the time. I want y'all to make the other part of the dress. I ain't never seen it. Who's made it? I don't have that pattern, so it won't be me. Okay. Is it a pole show? You just added some lace to a jean jacket for your mom. Okay. We love a little razzle dazzle. My mom got me making Chandler fanny packs, y'all. And she'd be like, oh, I want to give one to your other aunt for her birthday. Thing is, she could sew. I gave her the pattern. I gave her the zippers. I gave her the foam. I interfaced her pieces for her. I did everything for her. So all she had to do was run through the machine. And then she still be bringing them to me talking about something. You could just make it. Girl, I got other stuff I want to make myself. I ain't got time to make all your Chandlers, but it's my mama, so I guess I got to make all her Chandlers. A pole and burlesque, okay. You still with, is it Party Girls? Is that the name of it? Or is there another studio? Is Justice still over there too? Oh, Tyjri, yes. Listen, Tyjri and Aisha, they be going back through them patterns and whipping them out. I guess I do too because I'm using this butt trick pattern, but I don't think nobody probably even had this pattern. But it's one of my favorite skirt patterns. It was good then, it's good now. Until I grow out of it, which I be adding a little extra. When I cut it out, I add a little more to it. Did I not that? Oh, you know what? Stitch too big. Because that was basting early. Okay, here we go. Are you gonna make it out in North Shore? Just is still there too. She stuck with me. So y'all move locations, but same company. Okay. Did you go to dang, you went to PoleCon, didn't you? Did y'all perform? I ain't been to PoleCon in so long. Alright. That's 3, so we're halfway through the smaller ones. You gonna buy your Oprah? Come through, girl. Come through, drip, drip, drip. I sell the easy stuff online. That's fair, because I be trying to sell complicated stuff online, and I be sitting there like this, confused. Head hurt. Also, I think people probably like to see the easier stuff because the harder stuff is kind of boring. It's like, it's gonna take me 2 hours to do this one pocket, y'all. Like, y'all wanna see me do a pocket for 2 hours? Probably not. Probably not. Plus, I know people like to see like a finished product sometimes. You know, after watching, they're like super invested. You know, and they want to see like what you made. And it's like, well, I put it on the mannequin for you because it's far from being wearable. But even with the easy stuff, when I did that bow top, that polo shirt, if y'all was here, y'all saw I was in distress. That placket was giving me the blues. The blues. It's really them instructions. But I did see Brittany J. Jones. She did a tutorial on how to do plackets. That's, you know, stop. And it was very seemingly straightforward. So I'm going to use her method next time. Because Made for Mermaids, yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, okay, y'all pull clean. Yeah. Is it the only thing that's pink? Yep. Sure is. It's the only thing that's pink over here. Alright. Oh, wait, that's interface. Oh, too many interface pieces. That's alright. Put y'all together. I don't know why I cut all these crooked. Like, oh well. But Delta Legend, make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Yeah, that's like RV. It was them instructions though. Because the method that Anna J used is what I ended up doing. Is much easier and straightforward, but I will say it doesn't give you the clean look on the inside. Like it has the raw edge and then you have to serge it, which I didn't bother because it was punchy. It's not gonna fray and it's mine. But I wanted to learn the other method that gives you the clean look on both sides. So Brittany J. Jones, she shows you both ways and it was much more straightforward. It was, she does it slightly different than what they were doing in Made for Mermaids, but it was the same outcome. So I'm going to try that technique next. I really like the polo shirt, so I'm definitely going to make it again. Ciao. Nah. Nah, son. So with that, it's kind of like, do you care that, you know, the raw edge is on the inside, or do you want it to look kind of uniform when you flip it on either side? And I would prefer the cleaner inside because I'm trying to work on having cleaner insides in my garments this year. Successful much? That was one of my goals, was to slow down and take time to do more advanced technique, more advanced finishing techniques. So less serging, but I have been doing more French seams. Don't know if that's advanced, but it is cleaner than a serge. So I've been doing more of that. I feel like I haven't really made anything though. Now that red jacket, we ain't gonna talk about that. That red coat, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that. People do be weird. Thank you, Arnold. Hey, hey. Hey, Sin. Oh, yeah, she does it on YouTube. Yeah. Arvie, if I remember, I can send you the link because Deja sent it to me. But if I can't remember, it's on her page. If I remember, I'll send it to you on Instagram. Yeah, she goes in depth. She shows you step by step. Which I can appreciate. Thanks, girl. Because one thing, I didn't really fool with knits too much in my early sewing career. That's the thing. And if I did, it was like ponte and it was like dresses. Not really shirts. I never made a polo shirt before. And honestly, if I hadn't been on this like no buy where I'm not trying to buy. Oh, guys, by the way, I bought my first clothes from a store today in like a year and a half. That was cool. I hope it's cute when it comes. But anyways, since I've been on a no buy, since last year I did no clothes. I've been trying to make everything. I've been having to like learn how to make basics because usually I like to make occasion clothes, not really stuff that you wear to the grocery store. It's not really my thing. Not work clothes, but it's like I'm in the office, I need work clothes. If I can't buy them now, I gotta try to make something. So because like when we made that shirt, I was like, I really want to make the crop top, but I need something to wear to work, so I made it for it. That's what kind of type of time I'm on. I'm trying to make crop tops and mini skirts and frou-frou stuff, colorful jackets and the things. Okay, so we have all our pieces. I'm going to do the little pleat in them. You don't think they were popular then? No, they were popular when I was sewing. So when I was sewing, when I first started sewing, everybody was wearing Lacoste polo shirts and Ralph Lauren polo shirts. And the polo dresses, all that stuff was very popular back when I started sewing clothes. Now when I started sewing, period, when I was 11, no. It was not in style. I mean, unless you were like a golfer or something, maybe. We wore them to school as uniform shirts, but no, I would not have been interested in wearing it outside of school. But when I started sewing clothes, they were in style. I don't know if there was a pattern for them though. That's the thing, patterns weren't as like readily available. The designs wasn't designing. Oh shit, I'm about to break a needle. This thing got a what you call it, like an hourglass? It said, give me a minute. Okay. You all right? You all right? said, give me a minute. Let me regroup. Stressing me out with this thick fabric. I always like, love your makes. I'd be inspired to watch you make more. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's one of my favorites too. I've actually never worn it like together. I've only worn the jacket with like jeans. And I've worn the skirt separately with another shirt, but I've never worn it as a set, actually. I want to make another one of those jackets. They're just very time consuming. I got this leopard print fabric in my stash that I bought with that jacket in mind. And I think it would look so sharp. But I just can't bring myself to commit right now. Not right now, but maybe when the fall comes around. But I know I want to make that. So I bought some green suiting fabric. I know I want to make a green suit for the fall. It's a fall green, so it's a deep green. So I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna be the belle of the ball with that little suit on, you know, if it come out cute. If not, then we just pretend it didn't happen. But hopefully Auntie Carol can get me together. We're supposed to be doing some jackets in July. She wants to make a yellow suit. So she acting like she committed, but you know, she be busy and she be getting distracted by other things she want to make. So we'll see. I know next week I gotta make my Cowboy Carter outfit. Because the concert is coming to Atlanta. It's getting dark. Turn the light on. It's coming to Atlanta. You know me? If you want to hug me, the best way to do it is to subscribe, okay? Hug me through the phone. Hug me through the phone. Okay. Alright, we're on the last petal here. Now, I feel like Tajri told me I need to make my other flower bigger. Move it out the way. Where am I from? ATL. Okay, so I'm gonna put these down here. Okay. Let me look at my picture. Just want to get an idea of how big she is. Sometimes, you know, it's hard to tell till you put it on. We hem it an inch. I can't tell. Let me see. What is this? We could possibly do one more. I can make this scrap work. Let's see here. I know you wanna leave me.
Our partner is back, and it's going to be bigger and bolder than ever, providing more support for more women entrepreneurs. 75% of women business owners need specialized training. So for 250 women, we're offering hands-on skill building, how to turn a no into a yes. And because it can be harder for women to connect with other business networks,
Is that so?
lasting support systems.
That look a little big, but I can't remember how big or small it was. So then we're gonna like make this enough so it's a little small.
Women-owned businesses rely on personal savings, with less than 3% receiving venture capital funding.
Let's see. Try 5 on that second layer or add 1 to the first.
This is more than a program.
Oh wait, let me go back.
We want you to be a part of
What pattern am I working on? So I'm working on Butterick 5466, and I think the envelope is over there. But I am hacking it to make a flower to go onto it. So we're trying to decide if my flower is big enough. I think they're saying it's not big enough though. Let's see. Let me see. Make it bigger. Try 5 on the second layer. Add 1 to the first. So you saying the second layer got too many? Because the second layer right now has 6. Yeah, got 6 on the second layer. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So I'll just make 1 more petal for the outside, and then it'll be the same as the picture, which has 7 instead of 6. And then it has 5 for the second. Alright, I'm gonna move these to the side. Get a scrap of interfacing. That to the side. Alright. I'm gonna make 1 more petal. And then we'll be done with the petals. And then we'll need to make the centerpiece to make the middle of the flower. Hey Shishi girl. Are you prepped for your live tomorrow? So guys, Shishi goes live tomorrow. I'm not sure on which platform. At 7 p.m. I'll also be live with my Lego girlies. We will be not sewing, but we will be building our Lego from 7 to 9 tomorrow on YouTube. So if you got more than 1 device, you can have me and Shishi going, okay? Okay. I forgot to put the stretchy side on the bottom. That's okay. You ready? It is very big. Yeah, I think it's gonna be big. Biggish, at least. I have to also keep perspective in that, like, she's probably like a size 0 and I am not. And so her flower might be big in perspective. Okay, so I'm going to, with my seam ripper, open the flower up so I can add 1 more petal. Press this one. Oh, I thought it was gonna really storm. It rained a little bit here, but it did not storm like I thought it was. But it was storming last night. That must be a commercial. Joy to you and me. Okay, here we go. It's going good. So we decided to make my flower a little wider. So I'm adding another petal in here. Let me find some pins. So that was the size. Now we're opening it up to make it slightly larger. So I'm just gonna base this together, and then I'm gonna arrange the smaller petals, the next layer. Do I sew over my pins? Yes. Should you sew over yours? No. Okay. Okay. Let me see what Brooklyn Timmy is saying. Cut these strings off. I flipping hate strings. Okay. I can't read it up down there. I can't read Spanish. Hey, Miss Elisa. 6 petals instead of 5. What are you going to do in the center? 6? Okay. There was always 6. Here we go. So there's 7 on the outside now. And we have 6 to go on the inside layer, the next layer. You must have been gone. So the center looks like this. Let's see. You must have been getting dressed when we was talking about the center. All right, I'm gonna move these in a bit closer. I don't know, maybe I should move it back because these, it's not really showing that much more petals, so I'll move it back. Ashley. This gonna be thick. I might have to hand stitch it, but we'll see. Maybe I can get it my machine to stitch through it. Yeah. We'll see. Cause I already tried to take out my needle. Let's do this like that. That's together. Yep. Yeah. I have a big piece of fabric over there. Okay, let's see if we can get this under the machine, y'all. Cause it's quite thick. We'll see. If not, we're gonna have to pause and do a hand stitch. My other machine, the foot lifts up much higher, so this would be no problem. But this one, all right, I'm gonna go slow. I'm just gonna hand crank it. So it's like every time I get to like the little fold, I don't be trying to do that. There we go. It ain't about that life. I'm gonna mess up the needle and then have to change it. And I really need to buy some more needles. I feel like I'm running low on needles. Cause I be running through them needles like Tomb Raider. I be going through some needles. Cause I be doing stuff like this. This is why I be breaking my needles. Cause I be trying to stitch these thick fabrics on these little domestics. And they be like, girl, I don't know what kind of needle this is though. Cause this needle been in here for a few projects. So I've been, you know, going live and going back and forth between different projects, and I haven't changed the needle. So I don't know what this needle is. No clue. But it's working with the hand crank, so we're just gonna do this. Because this will be faster than me hand stitching it probably. You concentrating? What was that? Dun, 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 dun. I broke through in my mom's jacket. They were denim needles. Yeah, girl, they don't be making these needles like they supposed to. That was the machine. That was the needle hitting that fabric like we can't go through. So I'm not gonna keep trying to push it. I'm just gonna do it by hand or do a manual wind because eventually it's gonna break, or it's gonna get bent and it's gonna have to come out. So, if it ain't already bent, who knows? It looks fine, but you know, it ain't hitting nothing. So I think it's okay. What happened to our music? Oh, I guess it's coming. Oh wait, what's that? I'm supposed to be listening to copyright-free music, and that music stopped, and then it went to a different playlist, and I don't know if that was copyright-free. So this live might be a doozy. Okay, for watch hours. Almost there. Okay, and then we have to make the little centerpiece thing. All right, I think we're full circle now. Yeah, don't want to go in there. All right. Okay, we got this. We got the second layer on by the grace of God. It moved right here, but that's okay. That's how big it is. There. Okay, so we need the middle bit. So I've seen this done a couple ways. One, I've seen it where it's kind of like graduated, so it starts off thicker and it gets thinner, the strip, so that by the time you get to the middle, it's smaller and it doesn't stand up as high, so it kind of looks layered. I think that's what I'm gonna try. But I've also seen it done where they just have the strip even all the way around. So yeah, Brooklyn Timmy, I still got a big piece of fabric, but I was holding on to as much as possible to do my sleeve. But I'm gonna cut a strip off here to do this, and let's see, I can grab the pieces. I can have an idea. Here's my sleeve pieces. I can have an idea like how much of this fabric I need. Ideally, we cut it this way. Okay, there's plenty. There's not much room for error. Okay, there's not much room for error, but there's quite a bit here. Okay, so let me. I'm just gonna cut along the selvage edge because that's easy. Let me look at my picture. I don't think I need. It to be even longer than that. If you know. Well, the thing is, I need to do a bicep adjustment for the sleeve. And I've not sat down and done that. So that's why I haven't cut it out. Okay. I feel like this is a good place to start. And I'm just gradually getting a little smaller as I get closer to the edge. Okay, this is completely experiment. Y'all know how I do. Just be trying shit. I don't think I'm gonna interface this one. So I cut it like this. It's crooked. Don't care. Don't care. I'm going to fold it. Let me see. The smallest bit will be this thick. That's probably pretty good. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it right sides together. Sorry, wrong sides together. I'm gonna press it. So we're gonna try this. I don't know if this is long enough. Need some light, but we'll see. So I'm going to stitch it, and then on a basting stitch, it is on a base stitch, but I'm gonna make it wider. And then I'm gonna slightly gather it, and then I'm gonna roll it. That's my plan. So we're gonna see together if my plan works. Back stitch at the beginning, and then I won't at the end. Pull the bottom string. She gonna reach to the screen. Can I get a shout out? You're so pretty. Hey, Lily. Hey, Michael. I have to, I don't know what that means. Okay, but make sure you like the live and make sure you have subscribed, okay? Appreciate it. Okay, so I'm trying to just work the gathers down without breaking the stitch because I only did one stitch. And this fabric is a little thick, but you know, we're just gonna take our time and work the gathers down. We're not gonna do too much. We're just gonna go slow. Try not to break our thread so we can make the gather all the way down. And what the gather does is kind of creates the little curves. Okay, we'll do maybe just a little bit more, and I think we'll be good. I just hope the strip is long enough to make the flower to fit in the middle. Fingers crossed, y'all. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think that's pretty good. All right. So I'm gonna point this down so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. My thought is to start from the outside. No, No, my thought is wrong. Start from the inside and roll it. And I'm gonna start like making some space. I think it's too long. Yeah. So, and I think it needs more gathers at the bottom. Okay, where was I pulling from? Here. I think it needs to be more gathered here. I want it to be more like flat, if that makes sense. That's too big. Like a cinnamon roll. Am I going to any other fractals? I want to go to Baltimore. I bought fabric, but I don't know. Okay, I think that my strip is too wide, and that I am going to have to cut it thinner. So it's too high. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut this thinner. Okay. I think it's a little too wide, so I'm gonna cut some of this off. Hope I'm not cutting too much because clearly I'm just cutting, but you know. If it doesn't work out, we'll just get another strip. Okay, I gotta do another strip. Hey, Brittany. Is this the Brittany that be sewing? Because we were just talking about you. How you made a placket tutorial that was very useful. And I will be using it next time I make a polo shirt. Alright, here we go. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Did I backstitch? Hopefully. You bought silk chiffon for Baltimore. Oh, you liked it, Arva? I thought it was like sitting up too high. You gotta talk yourself into cutting it, child. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Me and chiffon, we don't go together that well. Not too much. Thanks for liking the live. I bought like a jersey knit with rugby stripes on it. I was going for the rugby vibes. Still, it's gonna be an easy sew. It was gonna be a polo shirt and a skirt. At first, I wanted to do like motorcycle, but I just don't got it in me. These like intricate projects, I don't got it in me. I was gonna go for cute and simple. Are you going, Amanda? I might go. If I go, it might be last minute. When is it? Next month? Or is it in August? Because it wouldn't take me long to make an outfit. Because I'm using jersey. Should be able to get a reasonable flight. Okay. I think we've gathered quite a bit. It's starting to curl up. Doing too much. Okay, let's try this again. It's at the end of July. She gonna give some good points on dealing with chiffon. All right. Get a new rotary blade. That's my advice. Okay, so we're gonna start here. Roll it around. I should probably be like hand stitching this as I go, but I guess I'll just see first if it's gonna work. I think that's decent. This one. So this goes in the middle here. But I would stitch it so that it lays a little flatter. To lay a bit flatter. Let me see. Okay, what y'all think? Because it was so many opinions in here earlier. Yay or nay? It don't matter. We moving forward with this because this is what we got. And it just fits. I'm gonna try to like even it up a little bit. It's just like I want this middle to be raised, but the outsides to be not raised. It's almost as if I should have rolled it the other way. Yes? Okay. Okay. Cool. The fashionista herself, Brooklyn Timmy, has spoken. Anybody else speak? You can always tack the outside parts down to be more flat. Yeah, I'm about to hand stitch it. And I don't have any more fabric. I do have more fabric. Do I need more fabric? I got tons. That's quite a bit. That's enough, you know, to do this a few times, but we don't want to do it a few times. So let me put like a few pins in here. And I'm gonna try to hand stitch it in place. Hey, Auntie Carol. We're making flowers. Okay, well, we're making a flower. Okay, so I'm gonna get a needle and then I'm gonna stitch this in place because I can't do this on the machine. Well, if I can, I don't know how to. So I'm gonna take my thread. And you guys are just gonna have to keep me company while I do the boring things of stitching by hand. But I think it looks pretty close. And then I could like always, you know, fluff up the petals and stuff. I think this trying to set me up. I'm like, is this copyright free music or not? Or nah? Thank you. You have to cut my sleeve. Brooklyn to me, you doing too much. You doing too much. I'm gonna cut them sleeves one day. I don't even really know how to go about doing this. Just that was dumb. I should have put the knot on the bottom. Oh well. I wish I had a glue gun. I do have a glue gun, but I don't know how to get to it because I'm not exactly sure where it is. I got a few of them because I would just glue this thing together. Okay, now I'm gonna go through and come out the other side. This is about to be ghetto. It's about to be ghetto. Yeah, if I had a glue gun, I'd glue this thing. I am not above that. Okay. Okay. Where's my beeswax? I ain't got no beeswax. We ain't got that. That sound advanced. We ain't got that. I'm just trying to kind of get it in place on top, and then I'm gonna flip it over and stitch from the bottom, if that makes sense. What I was thinking is that I'll put like a piece of felt right there, and then do y'all think it should be detachable? Like, should I make it a brooch basically, or should I just stitch it onto the skirt? So I was thinking if I make it a brooch, then I could wear it on the jacket too, you know? But then I was like, would I wear it on the jacket? I don't know. So, because I don't have a pin for a brooch, I'd have to buy that. So, it's another thing to purchase. You want to make a fascinator? Oh, well, you saw us make it. It wasn't too bad. I was afraid that because it was tweed, it wouldn't, you know, stand out. But I think it's decent, actually. There's so many random strings. From the gathering. I'm gonna leave them till I get this down pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna take this to the back and make a knot. Oh shit. That's the ends right there. We'll keep those intact for a second. Till I stitch that down. Okay. Make it removable. You like my belly? Me too, child. I'm very well fed over here. Okay. Do I have kids? Yes, I have 7 kids. It's not the only thing you're trying to sew together. That's weird. Oh, really? Good to know, TBD. I'll have to check that out. I did not know that. Because if I get flagged, we are removing the music, okay? You'll be like, what is she dancing to? Don't worry about that, sweetheart. So I'm going to go under this petal. And that way I can hide my knot better. Because last time what I did was kind of ratchet. I do have some fabric glue. I could just put like a piece of felt on there and then glue it on there and just let it sit. Because it has to sit for a while. Fabric glue. No, it's kind of tight. Let's bring it back. Did I lose a pen? Okay, it's not on there amazingly, but it's pretty much on there. Lamar Jackson edit. You craving cantaloupe? Okay. Do you like compa or is that what came on next? Girl, I don't even know. I'm just playing the Afro beats that's supposed to be copyright free, and then this playlist is only 18 minutes long, so then it'll just start playing other songs, and that's where I run into the issues, because I'm like, are these copyright free anymore? I could still do a little button in there. But what I really wanted was for the... Guess beggars can't be choosy. Okay, so we have a flower. Oh! We had a flower. I think I should put a piece of felt here to secure it and then let it sit. So let's do that. I do have some felt. We said we were gonna make it like a pin. And I feel like, maybe not. I was thinking that, oh, y'all need to see all my business, that it might need some reinforcements, like some smaller pins on the outer petals to keep it like flush to the skirt. I don't know. I'm gonna have to order some pins, but I'm only gonna put felt on the middle. So let me, I had a scrap here, but I might have tossed it. Cause I do stuff like that and then I regret it. That's all right. we'll use the white. That is not a circle, that is an oblong shape. But do we care? No. Okay. There's that. Let me get some fabric glue. Here we go. And let's see. I also have some basting spray I'm gonna use as well. That's how the PDF put a pearl in the middle. Oh, yeah, a pearl could go good too, actually. That's so ghetto. I wonder, how do you attach the pins? Do you stitch them on or do you glue them on? Okay, so that's on. Maybe I'll stick a little glue like just down in here, just in some little spaces, just to kind of, you know what I mean? Because I didn't do my best stitching here. We just trying to kind of get it to stay in place. So I'm just going to strategically put a little glue here or there. And this stuff is good. If you're ever trying to figure out which glue to get, this one will hold. Once it dry, it will tear up your clothes trying to take it apart. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna stick a piece of wood on top to let it dry. Some good piece of wood. So I just have this wood. I got two. Maybe I put two on there. And I don't care that it's flat because if you remember my picture, it's pretty flat. And what hers is it gets higher in the middle, which is what I wanted, but mine doesn't do that. Mine is higher on the outside, that's why I was like, I should have flipped it the other way. But it's okay. It's still cute. We're moving on. I'm gonna put this to the side. Let's see, what could we do? We can put the front. We can put the front together with the backs. Here's the front. Here's the back. We can stitch it on the side. I need to see if I got a zipper. I know I don't have a zipper. I don't think I have a zipper this color. So we can't put the zipper in. And I have not cut the lining out. So I can't finish the skirt because I need to cut the lining out. But I can do this part. And since we said we were going to do a detachable it's okay that the flower isn't done. Because I was initially thinking that I was going to stitch it on there, and I wanted to stitch it on there. before I stitched it together. But now that I think about it, it doesn't actually matter. Either way would still work. Did I line the material? This one? The skirt? Or the petals? The petals, I interfaced one side of the petals. Except the middle, I didn't do any interfacing on that middle piece. Because I knew it would make it too thick, too hard to stitch. This one I have a lining. I just didn't cut the lining. I need to find a zipper. I have yellow zippers. But not this neon color. I might have to, I might have to do a white. That's ugly. I don't want to do a white zip. By the way, I like regular zips. So I would not be putting an invisible zipper in here. What I might do is a white zipper with metal teeth and then just stitch it really close to the teeth so you can't see the white. All right, I got that pin. Let me thread my needle back. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna create a lining. You don't have to though. It's thick enough, but you wouldn't have to. But it's a stretch, so I feel like it's just gonna look flimsy without some support behind it. So I'm gonna align it to give it a. Plus, you know, like stretchy stuff would be like clinging and showing all your dips and hips. And I don't like all that, so I like aligning in my skirts unless it's a flowy, like a big skirt. I don't care if it's a big skirt, but if it's a form-fitting skirt, then I like aligning because that just helps keep you smooth. So I always do aligning. All right, this should be 5/8. But you don't have to line this fabric. This fabric would be just fine without a lining. Just my preference. No, it's not loose. It's not loose. Like you can't see through it. And it's not wool, so it won't itch or anything like now the other boucle from Minerva, the wool one, that one will definitely align it because it'll be itchy. And it is, you know, it'll pull apart because it's like a true, you know, tweedy boucle. It'll unravel and all that. This right here, this is just a play. This a knit. I don't even have to serge this. I probably won't serge this because it's gonna have a lining. So if I change my cones to white, I'll serge it, but I'm in no rush. I tried to make this one a little longer than normal because some of the skirts is too short that I made. Yeah, it's a knit. I didn't know it was a knit until I got it. And I was like, ah, well, it's a knit. It's a boucle, but it's a knit. So, stretches. And you see, he doesn't really fray. Okay, let's open the seams, which I didn't take into consideration because I did make it bigger. So it is longer. Let me step back. No. It's longer. Y'all know my little skirt be up my tail. It's longer. I'll probably make like an inch hem, but I want to keep it a little more modest than than normal. But you see how it looks kind of like, I think it'll look better with the lining under it. I need my ham. This thing barely got any water in it. Now I'm trying something new. Yep. Yep. She tried me then in Brooklyn. She tried me a little taste. All right. I'm just gonna pin this. Is there anything on my mannequin? Yes, that white dress is still on the mannequin, so I can't put it on the mannequin. So I'm not about to go through the trouble of getting that dress off of it.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and exclusive access to all things VIP.
Does the skirt have a zipper? You know I like my minis, girl. Yes, RV, it will have a zipper. It doesn't have one at the moment. I don't like for them irons to be near me because I'm clumsy. Okay, so this is the skirt, just basic pencil skirt, mini, not an ultra mini, just a little mini. And let me get the flower. Let's see. I'm gonna have it on. It don't matter. I'm gonna try to pin it on here, clip it on here, so you guys can kind of see my vision. And I do have a little waistband. Actually, it might be a little bit lower, but anyways, it's gonna be in the cone. You get my vision from my little skirt. Yeah. So thank you guys for. Is the white dress done? So almost. It's like the poofy part on the side. One side I didn't have enough fabric, so I only have half of like the flange or whatever you want to call it, the poofy bit. So I gotta put two pieces of fabric together to cut out the other piece, and then put that together, and then stick it in there. And then I should serge it, and then it'll be finished, and then hem it. However, I don't know, I need to buy some dye to see if I can dye it because it's white and it looks very bridal. Not cute. Not cute. So yeah. I gotta see, this might be a little big. I added some extras on the sides, but I probably added too much extra. I still want it to be form fitting. I don't want it to be loosey goosey because it's a knit. I didn't consider that it had stretch. So we'll see. I will be able to better tell when I get the lining in there, because the lining will keep it from stretching. So if the lining keeps it from stretching, and it's be fine. If it still looks too big, then I'll take it in a little bit on the sides. But yeah, thank you. Yeah, tie-dye would be nice if it works, because it's very polyester, right? Because it's taffeta. So I was gonna buy some of the, turn it off. I was gonna buy some of the synthetic grit dye to see if I could work some magic. Ugh, pattern piece on the floor. But no, child. We'll see. Because sometimes when I dye things, it works out for me. Sometimes it does not work out for me. And then I end up having to just throw it in the trash. So we'll see. But I know I'm not gonna wear it white, so we gotta try something. Yeah, but I think tie-dye would be cute too. What I was gonna try is to dip dye it. So like, what I was thinking was maroon and navy blue. So dip dye at the bottom, navy blue, and the top maroon. So put in the dye, flip it, and put in the other dye. But I don't know. But anyways, I'm gonna get off here. It's almost 10 o'clock and I haven't had anything to eat, and got lint in my hair. No. We might have to throw it in the trash. It's okay. The fabric was like donated to me. Somebody's like grandma's fabric who don't sew no more. And I was like, you want it? Sure. And it was a quick sew actually. Mine took a little longer because I was doing French seams in there, and I was lining it because I didn't want to be bothered with the serger. So I did French seams and I did a lining all the way, and it's not lined normally in the pattern. So it took a little bit more fabric and a little bit more time, which is why I ran out of fabric. But if you just do it straight, like the pattern is quick. It's very quick, so I don't mind doing it again. Hey Kyler, my day's been fantastic. And we're about to wind down and go watch And Just Like That. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me while I make my skirt and start my flower. This is my fabric mart make, so there will be a blog post on this. So I will not be posting this on social media until after the blog posts. You won't see the finals, but at least you got to see like where we're going with this. So thank you guys. I'm super excited about my little flower. Like, she's kind of dope. She's a good size. All right, good night, y'all.